Hi everyone, and we're going to run through how to set up the create cannon for your Vault Hunters world or any world that you have the create mod on. So it's pretty simple. So first we just have to craft a cannon and plonk it in front of where you want your build to go. Now to do the next part I need to do this, and some things that you're going to need is a schematic and a quill, some clipboards, gunpowder chests, and your schematic table. So first we're going to get the schematic and the quill, and we're going to put it in here, and then you can run through all the different schematics you've got. Select the one you want, so you just can scroll down like that. We want that one. Right, and then when we have this, if you were doing this in survival, you'll tower out to where you want it. So what you do is you roughly work out, you open it up and you click down on the ground. That will load in the schematic. Now with Vault Hunters, the keys you do need is Control and Alt to use the schematic, but Alt is assigned to other keys. So I've actually changed the keybind for it, and I am using the minus key. So once you change your Alt key, then you'll be able to press that and you can see all the different options, and you can just go through them with the mouse wheel. So what we want to do is we want to move the schematic. So when you make your selection, so we're moving X to Z, then you click down on your mouse wheel to choose that, and then you press Control and you use your mouse wheel to push it forwards and backwards. So I just want to move it back a little bit, and sometimes you've got to get out of the actual schematic area to move it better. Right, and then the next thing we want to do is we want the tower to be facing us. So we have to do the Alt, but in my case I've selected the minus, so just change it to any keybind you want, and we want to go to rotate. So then you click on your mouse wheel to make the selection, and then you press Control and we turn it around. So now it's facing us, but it's still not on the island where we want it. So get a bit closer, and this is where you might have to bridge out with some dirt or something. Then we're going to select again, we're going to move X to Z, click on the mouse scroll wheel, go back to Control, and you've got to hold it down and move your mouse wheel to push it back. Then you but yeah, if you weren't in creative, you would be pillaring out on dirt to do this part. You kind of get it roughly to where you want it, but I want it a little bit more this side. So this is, you come around to here, and we want it kind of actually that's probably be pretty. I'll bring it forward probably one block. Right, now we want to bring it down, because at the moment it's kind of floating up in the sky, and we actually want it into the ground. So we do again Alt or whatever your selection cycle is. We want to move the Y. Click your wheel on your mouse to make that selection, and then you use your Control and your scroll button to bring it down. So whoops. So that looks pretty good. That's like, that's where we want it. Right. Happy with that? So then we bring it over here to the cannon, and we place the schematic in. We add the gunpowder, and we make a clipboard. Oops. Put the gunpowder in. Then we put in the clipboard, and that will tell us everything that we need. Okay, so that'll tell us all the blocks that we need, and it's like pages. So then we get these chests, and you put them on each side of the cannon, like, oops, hold on, you gotta make sure it's touching. It's kind of like a hopper effect, so make sure it's touching. You click into the side. Right, and if you've got lots of materials, then you could put a hopper on top of this and put more in. But we shouldn't need that much. So I'm going to quickly fill up these chests and I will be back. Alright, so once you have got all your materials and you've filled up your chests, we only needed 2 chests for this build. But if you were doing if you're doing the island as well, you definitely need the other chest. So once you've got all those, I suggest you get another clipboard and put it into the cannon, pop it in, and then check to make sure you've got all of the materials. And see, we're missing calcite walls, but we've got everything else. Everything else has got a tick that shows we've got it. So we need calcite wall. I'm not sure which one it was, like, so we'll just, for some reason, calcite wall. So anyway, we'll just put them all in and it will be one of those. I'll put these in here. So now that we've got all the materials, we just have to turn on the cannon. So we've got the gunpowder, we've got the schematic in, and we just have to press play and it will start placing the blocks. So it will fill in any area. So when you're making your schematic, I suggest that you remove any excess dirt blocks or anything that's around. Otherwise you'll just have other blocks placed there. So that scaffolding shows you the way down into the basement area that I built on my original build. So it'll be easy to replicate on this. Now we just have to wait for the cannon to build it. So I'm going to sit here while it builds. So if you're watching, you can get an idea, but I also have done a full tutorial on this build in vanilla that I'll link in just up here, and I'll also link in the description. And then you just remove your marker blocks. You can use scaffolding when you're in survival. And that is it. The cannon builds it all for you, and you can be vaulting and doing other things while your base is being built.